I was a part of a WOOFing program. It stands for Worldwide Opportunities on Organic Farms. At the time, I wasn't able to stop using drugs, so I took a one-way ticket to Hawaii, and I stayed there for 8 months as part of this program, living out of a tent, trading my time to work on the farm, and in return, they'd give me a place to stay, some food. It's a pretty good deal, and I was tired of living there. So the last 2 weeks, I decided to answer a Craigslist ad which stated they were looking for someone to live in their house in exchange for work. It was similar to what I was doing already, but it would be inside in a nice, comfortable bed. And so I figured, why not? I'll do this. I'll get to spend my last 2 weeks in Hawaii in a different setting. I won't be living in a tent. And this will enable me to sort of enjoy my limited time there, my final chapter in Hawaii. And let's see how it goes. So I go, meet the lady. She's a 78-year-old lady. All seems normal. She lives on the north coast of the Big Island, so it was already close to where I was living. Everything seemed fine. And then she mentioned that she was a breatharian. And a breatharian is someone who lives off of photosynthesis and somehow turns light photons from the sun into transferable energy somehow. And there's a lot of really weird white people on the Big Island, sort of hippie, esoteric, pseudo-intellectual, wayward, Trustafarian, homeopathic types. I say that comedically, but it is pretty true. A lot of it's true. And this lady definitely fit the bill for that description. She was a breatharian. She told me that, yeah, she doesn't eat any food. She was doing it for about a month. And she seemed frail. I was kind of suspicious. How could you live off of photosynthesis? Light photons from the sun. I was skeptical. So all seems fine. A couple days go by, and she asks me to water her tree. So I'm watering her tree. She's sitting there underneath the shade watching me. And I look over and I see her start to wobble a little bit. Still watering the tree, and I look over and this lady's literally just passing out. Throw down the hose, go catch her. Seconds before she smacks her head on the ground, I sort of pick her up, and her name was Joy. I said, Joy, are you okay? And she's kind of, oh, yeah, I'm okay. So I take her back up to the house and I tell her, look, you're not living off photosynthesis. You're not converting light photons into energy. You're not a plant. You're 78. You need some calories. Let's get some food in you. I still didn't ever see her eat the whole time that I was there. But I think to appease my concerns, she said that she would eat. So he's just already whacked out, but I was living on a hippie farm. I was already and still am a completely insane person. There was people far more weird than she was, so I kind of just accepted it. Whatever. I only have 12 days left. 2 nights afterwards, she says, hey, you want to watch a movie? Sure, Joy. Hey, let's hang out. She puts in a DVD. It's about crop circles, the Illuminati pilfering the smartest minds of humanity to create black project technology to somehow create a slave race on Mars, and about how the Rothschilds and different families hijacked the banking system. And somehow this movie tied it all in together. And I'm all for a nice conspiracy theory. But she didn't say a word. She just watched, and anytime I try to say something, she goes, shh. Point back to the movie. And, all right. I guess it's par for the course. You were already weird with the photosynthesis. Now we're doing this. That's okay. Thank you for your hospitality. Watched the movie. She went to bed. Then another day or two later, because we would talk throughout the day. I would leave, visit my friends on the farm, travel around. I went to the top of Mauna Kea. I went to the beach. But when I would get back to the house, we would talk. And I told her about some of my dysfunctions. And she said, I want to do a negative belief healing ceremony with you. And because I have no boundaries and I just say yes to everything, I said, sure. I didn't even inquire what the healing ceremony would entail. I should have considered that she already told me that she was a breatharian, and I should have pondered the documentary that we just watched as a clue of what the ceremony might be like, but I didn't even consider these things. I just said, sure, let's do it. So we go up into her bedroom. She closes the door and she sets up 2 chairs. One here, facing each other. And they're so close that when we both sat down, there might have been 2 inches between our knees. Just completely close. And she says, I want you to close your eyes. So I'm already in the situation. There's no backing out. I have no boundaries. I already agreed to something that I don't want to do. She's also given me a place to stay. So I figured whatever. I was kind of stoned at the time too. I didn't really consider much. I just sort of went with the flow. So I'm in her world. There's no backing out at this point. So we're inches apart. She tells me to close my eyes. She goes, I want you to relax. I'm going to summon a deity from Saturn. It was that might not be exactly what she said, but it was close enough. I'm going to summon a deity from Saturn, and it's going to speak through me, and the vibrations of the deity are going to heal your negative belief patterns. There was no fucking way I was opening up my eyes at this point. I'm committed. No going back. Got my eyes closed. A couple seconds go by. I hear her go. And then, just screeching. Got my eyes closed. And I'm bugging out, dude. This is my life now. I'm in a house somewhere in Hawaii with a 78-year-old woman who lives off of photosynthesis, loves crop circles, and I'm inches away from her face in a room with the door closed with my eyes shut as she's screeching to me. And some deity from Saturn is speaking through her to heal my traumas. And so she screeches for minutes. Without exaggerating, I'd probably say 3 minutes straight, dude. That's a long time. Think of your favorite song, that entire song is screeching. No melody, no harmony. Sounded off pitch. I don't even know if auto-tune would help her. It was bad. And so she keeps screeching and it stops. I got my eyes closed. She's like, okay, open your eyes. And I open my eyes and she's sitting there just kind of, she seems serene. She just goes, how do you feel? Joy. Fabulous. I feel incredible. Thank you. How do you respond to that? It's thoroughly weird. And I did my best acting that I could. I said, thank you so much. That was really awesome. I think I asked her, how'd you learn to do that? Yeah, where'd you learn how to do that? Who showed you? That's really cool, Joy. Awesome. Love to do it again. And yeah, so Joy was crazy. That was nuts. My advice is to not live with a breatharian. It will not end well. You'll be talking to deities from Saturn, and you may not get out alive. So that's my story. Thank you.